Hello, awesome students.
I have an amazing, incredible topic to share with you.
Today we're going to learn about alternative evaluations.
The buyer decision process includes 1. Need, problem recognition, 2. Information search, 3. Alternative evaluation, 4. Purchase decision, 5. Post-purchase evaluation.
Alternative evaluation is stage 3 of the buyer decision process, where a consumer uses the information gathered to evaluate alternative brands in the product category.
Why is it important? It's an integral part of the buyer decision process that evaluates the consumer's consideration set and makes it easier for the consumer to make a decision.
Influencers include evaluative criteria, importance of criteria, alternatives considered, consumer's attitude, degree of involvement.
Alternative evaluation is also related to MAU.
Hi, Mal. Alternative versus attribute. Using the alternative decision strategy, one looks at one alternative at a time. Using the attribute decision strategy, one looks at one attribute at a time.
Compensatory versus non-compensatory. Compensatory. A good value on one attribute can compensate for a bad value on another attribute. Non-compensatory. One attribute may not compensate for another. For each attribute, we reject if it misses the cutoff.
Low MAU. Choice tactics include performance, habit, brand loyalty, price, normative, effective, and variety seeking.
How can marketers affect alternative evaluation? In high MAU, decision framing, the reference point or anchor in the decision process, or loss aversion. Framing is the way in which a person defines a choice as a gain or a loss.
Low MAU. Heuristics, a rule of thumb to simplify things. Habits, the repeat of purchases. Brand loyalty, preferring one brand over another due to cognitive lock-in or commitment to brand.
Alternative evaluation versus post-purchase evaluation.
What is post-purchase evaluation? It is a stage immediately after the purchase where the consumer reflects on whether or not the product or service has met his or her needs.
How are alternative evaluation and post-purchase evaluation different? Alternative evaluation is about choosing between options in the consideration set. Post-purchase is about finding reassurance about your decision.
How can you remember what alternative evaluation is? Think M&Ms.
Let's say you have a whole bunch of M&Ms.
Now say you picked a few M&Ms to choose from.
This is your consideration set.
This is your selection.
How does this translate to real life? Think about what you do before you're about to go to a party.
If you're like most 21-year-old people, you go to the liquor store to purchase your choice beverage.
Let's say you walk into the liquor store wanting beer. Which beer brand are you going to choose?
There's so many to choose from, but you can only intake so much information, only so many brands.
This is your consideration set.
You narrow it down. Bottles, your favorite brands, cheap but not too cheap.
And finally, you make your decision and buy a case of beer.
You are ready for the party.
But wait, before you go, let's test your knowledge with a multiple choice question.
Which of the following does not influence the evaluation of alternatives? A. Importance of criteria. B. Decision rules applied. C. Alternatives considered. D. Consumers' attitudes. E. None of the above.
If you chose B, you are correct.
I hope this lesson has helped you better understand alternative evaluations.
created using Powtoon.